Hi everyone. So on December the 4th, I made the decision to remove my breast implants. Those who have been following me for a long time, you saw the decline of Diary of a Fit Mommy. You guys actually watched me go from being a healthy 29-year-old to feeling like an 80 or 90-year-old. I had no answers. I went from doctor to doctor to figure out what was going on with me, and none of them could tell me what was up. Yet my health was still failing me, and it got to the point where I literally felt like I was going to die like this. It was a very hard time emotionally, not just physically, but mentally. It was very tough. And in the next few minutes, you'll get to actually see, me over the course of like the last 3 months where things got the worst that they ever got before. And if you're suffering, if you have implants, if you have any of the symptoms that I've mentioned in this documentary film, I want you to go see someone. I want you to consider maybe it could be your implants. I want you to not take no for an answer. Just because doctors don't see this as a real disease doesn't mean that it's not happening to you. And I hope that this journey, by me sharing my story, I get to help you guys find answers if you're feeling unwell. So here's my story. Good morning. It is currently 9:32 in the morning, and I went to bed around 9 last night. I woke up around 7, and I woke up 7 this morning, and it's been a couple hours and I'm struggling to stay awake. I've had 2 cups of coffee currently and nothing is helping. This is how I am every day. I'll usually even have a Red Bull somewhere around noon to help me just stay alive, stay awake during the day. And I am not a fan of energy drinks. I've stayed off of them forever, but now I feel myself relying on them just to survive, just to stay awake. And even that doesn't help. And this is why I usually nap for 2 to 3 hours every day, in addition to sleeping 8 to 10 hours a day. I feel like my body is not making any energy. I feel like literally my breast implants are stealing the ATP. So this is where I'm at. So I first decided to make the decision to get implants because my ex-husband suggested them. He told me that it would spice up our marriage, and at that point our marriage was already in trouble. And I was willing to do whatever I could to spice it up and save it. And also he had a porn addiction. And all these women, that I would find in the search browser history, they all, had big boobs. And it just left me feeling like I was not enough. But little did I know, I was enough and more. So every time I wash my hair, it never fails that I have hair falling out at the root. Sometimes I'll have handfuls of hair that just keep falling out. I mean, I can literally like pull the hair from my head, and it's not normal. It's not normal hair loss. It literally falls out and then it gets all over my body and it gets into my drain. It's literally, it's annoying, but it's also a sign that something is going on. I shouldn't be losing hair like this. So I'm doing my shower, and this is how much hair I've lost this time around. It never fails. Every time I wash my hair, I end up with a nice wad of hair falling out. And it's like a miracle that my hair is actually very thick, because you can't really tell except for in some spots around my face. But yeah, this is what happens every time I shower. It is currently 9:40 in the morning. I woke up around 7 this morning, and I drank 2 glasses of coffee, and I did some work, and I'm currently back in bed less than 3 hours later because I'm exhausted. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. I literally cannot stay awake no matter what. So this is how most of my my mornings go. So things have been really crazy lately. My health is it's taken a turn for the worst. This is the heaviest that I've weighed, not pregnant, since 2010. I'm currently pushing 140 pounds, and no matter how much I work out, even though I can't really work out anymore due to swelling joints, no matter how clean I eat, no matter what I do, the weight keeps coming on, and it's not coming off. I've done numerous tests for all the symptoms that I've been having, not just the weight gain, but the hair falling out, fatigue, headaches, vision problems. I've done so many tests. I've done maybe 4 to 6 blood draws this year so far, and it's only October. And they all came back normal except for one time. There was one blood test that showed my estrogen and my progesterone being menopausal level. And for a 29-year-old, that makes no sense at all. Makes no sense. And I waited a month and I did a retest, and guess what? My hormones were normal again. I do not have hypothyroidism even though I have symptoms. I do not have lupus even though I have symptoms. I do not have rheumatoid arthritis even though I have symptoms. Like, what the hell is going on with me? Like, no laboratory tests can pinpoint why I'm sick, why I can't get out of bed most days, why I'm gaining weight despite eating healthy, why my joints hurt so bad that I cannot squat or lift weights. I'm all out of options, and explanting is the last resort that I have to get better. So here it goes. Here goes nothing. I'm a little sick. I feel terrible. I had my consult with my original plastic surgeon, and you know, obviously he's the one who put him in, so I figured that he would be the one to take him out. Like, that would be the best thing to do, but obviously that was not a good idea, because I was disappointed from the start to the finish of the consult. I asked him if he would be able to do a full end block, and he said my capsules are probably too thin and he probably wouldn't, you know, be able to get it out in one piece. So that was a red flag. He told me that I would not be happy with how I looked post-surgery. He told me that I would be disproportional. He's a plastic surgeon, and implants is how, you know, is how they make their money. It's their bread and butter. Breast implants are the most popular cosmetic surgery in the world. I mean, this is what they do. He couldn't even tell me what the ingredients were in silicone, so I was just disappointed from start to finish. But I did find someone else who I think is my man. I think I'm going to go with Dr. Chun. He is in California, which means instead of driving an hour for surgery, I'm going to be flying 5 hours, or I guess it's 6 or 7, I don't know. So I'll probably head to California, stay there for a week. I had a phone consult with Dr. Chun, and I was just blown away by how thorough he was and how knowledgeable he was. As I wait for my surgery date, I am feeling worse. I made my first YouTube video regarding breast implant illness about a little over a month ago, and things have gone downhill tremendously. My hair loss is at an all-time high. I can't take a shower without pulling my hair out in clumps. My eyes are bloodshot most of the time, despite getting 10 to 12 hours of sleep every night. And on top of that, I wake up and I'm immediately falling asleep upon waking up. I can never get enough sleep. My body is not creating the energy it needs to survive in a day, and I have to shut down for 2 hours every afternoon for a nap, which, you know, I know you guys haven't noticed me posting as much or being as active as I usually am. It's because I've been sick. Mentally not so good. I feel very irritable, anxious, depressed. I feel confused. And what I mean by confused, as in my mind's not processing things like it used to. My mental health is declining. sometimes the words don't come out right, or I'll be texting and I can't spell things anymore. Sometimes I forget what I'm going to say, and I can't, it's like my husband will be talking to me and I can't process what he just said. Like I went to the chiropractor yesterday and he told me to lay on my stomach, but I kept laying on my back. It's like it wasn't clicking that he said the word stomach. And it's like my mind's, you know, I hear something, but my mind's not processing it. I'm starting to deal with vision impairments. Over the last few years, I've noticed that my vision's been terrible. It's hard to read signs from far, but lately it's getting worse. Driving, I try not to drive so much anymore because driving's become more difficult, staying in between the lines. As far as working out goes, I get on my treadmill when I can during the week. I still do body weight workouts, but as far as lifting weights go, it's not happening. I'm unable to lift weights right now. I'm dealing with joint pain, symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis. I can't even put my wedding ring on. And when I put my wedding ring on, I can't take it off. My joints hurt, my muscles hurt. I have fibromyalgia symptoms are just getting worse. It feels like my muscles are on fire. I've done countless blood draws over the last month to make sure I didn't have hypothyroidism, to make sure I didn't have lupus or anything else. All of my tests come back negative. There's something wrong here. There's something really wrong. And this is why I believe that it is the implants. I am not the only one who's going through this, thank God. There's a group of over 50,000 women who are all experiencing these symptoms. Silicone is toxic. There's much more to the ingredients than just silicone. There's heavy metals, there's arsenic, there's lead, there's mercury, there's copper, among other chemicals. Had I known about this before implanting, I wouldn't have done it. But, you know, I'm one of those naive people who took her plastic surgeon's word that they were safe. My kids miss their mom. I know that my husband misses his wife. I'm not who I used to be. You know, I heard about breast implant illness last year and I kind of shrugged it off as, you know, whatever. Because last year I wasn't this bad. I was manageable. I mean, you know, I was tired, but I could still work out and lift weights. I was, you know, I was okay. But you know what I noticed? Each and every year, I'm finding myself telling myself or thinking to myself that I felt better the year before. So it is November the 27th today, and my surgery is in just a few days. And I have a meeting with a neurologist tomorrow, and he'll tell me whether or not I can have the surgery. A few weeks ago, I was diagnosed with a Chiari malformation, which is a condition in which your brain herniates like down from the skull into your spine. And it was a blessing because some of my symptoms were explained, such as the daily headaches, the neck pain, and the muscle weakness. However, there's still a plethora of symptoms that I'm having that are just not directly related to the Chiari and that are unexplained. And that is what I think is the breast implant illness symptoms that's happening to me, such as the hair loss, the autoimmune system, the autoimmune diseases, brain fog, hair loss. I'm getting rashes now. I've always had perfect skin, and now I have dry skin, joint pain, joint swelling, and just, of course, the overall just feeling awful. So I think it's time to take them out regardless. You know, I know that a lot of people are very, they question whether or not breast implant illness is real. It is real to me. But regardless of whether or not it's real, knowing all the facts I know about them now and all the news surrounding them now, I cannot possibly keep them in my body, especially when I'm battling this other issue called Chiari. I can't knowingly just let them stay in my body and suck the energy and life out of me while I'm trying to fight a very serious condition. So with that being said, I'm ready to take them out. I wish I never got them in the first place. Ever since I got them, my health started declining, and yeah, I'm ready to get these suckers out. So I finally got the confirmation from my neurology appointment yesterday that surgery will happen on Tuesday. I am very nervous and very relieved, but mostly nervous. I mean, I'm scared of, you know, what am I going to look like? I'm scared of actually going under general anesthesia. I mean, the last surgery I've had was putting the implants in. So yeah, I haven't had surgery in like 7 years. But the last 2 days kind of gave me the confirmation I needed to get these implants out, because I've had non-stop chest pain, and it's always left-sided around my heart. I have had chest pain since getting the implant 7 years ago, but it started off being very like sporadic, like it was here and there, and it would last for like 45 seconds to a minute, and my chest would be so tight around the left side. I felt like if I were to take a deep breath, my lung or my heart or my chest would explode. And the last 2 days, I don't know if it's the stress or what, but I had chest pain that was so severe and it didn't go away. And it was only on the left side. So I went to the ER and they did an EKG, they did my blood work, they tested my urine, they did a chest x-ray, and everything was normal. Everything. And I can't help but wonder if it's the implants literally sitting over my vital organs, sitting over my heart, sitting over my lungs. I mean, they're heavy, they're 400 cc's. Are they pushing down on my ribs, which is causing more pressure in my chest? You know, kind of makes you wonder. Hi guys, well, it's the morning of the surgery. My surgery is at 2 p.m. today with Dr. Chun in Newport Beach, California. We had my pre-op appointment yesterday and it went pretty well. I finally got to meet the infamous Dr. Chun, and he answered all my questions and kind of went over the basics for the procedure. And it is currently like 9 or 10 in the morning. I haven't had anything to eat since last night, and I can't eat anything, so it's kind of a bummer. But I'm nervous, which is why the video is probably shaking right now. But I also have a sense of calm. So I know that it'll all turn out the way that's supposed to, and I have to trust that. Obviously, I'm worried about what I'm going to look like after. I'm worried about doing the procedure for no reason and not getting better. I'm worried about something happening during surgery. I'm worried about the pain. I mean, I'm worried about a lot of things, but I realize that is not in my control. And I have to do what I feel is best for my body at this time. And right now, I feel like removing the toxic bags is the best thing I can do for myself. As a mom, as a public figure, and just as a normal person. I'm just ready to feel better. So here's to feeling better. Hi guys, I just got to the surgery center and I'm hooked up to an IV now, and I'm all ready to go back, and I'm a little bit nervous, but like I said earlier, I have a sense of calm, and I'm just ready to just see if this improves my symptoms and makes me feel better. I'm willing to do anything to just feel alive again. So, and unfortunately that means I have to reverse a mistake that I made 7 years ago. So thank you for all the thoughts, thank you for the prayers and messages and the comments. I appreciate it so much, and I'll see you guys on the lighter side. So we just got out of surgery and I'm in recovery, about to go home, and I feel great. Other than being a little nauseous, the surgery went well, and we found out that I had a slight contraction in the smaller one, in the smaller boob, and more breast tissue than we thought. So I look forward to healing, and I feel like I made the right decision.
Hi, Dr. Chen. I was able to perform bilateral total capsulectomy on this patient, and I just wanted to go over the findings. So as you can see, this is these are silicone implants, and I was able to get all of the capsule out. And so if we look close, you can essentially see the entire capsule still intact, covering the implant. Now, if you look close, there's a little tear there, and I think there was another little tear, I think right there, and that's why I didn't call it an end block. In my strict definition, any hole disqualifies this implant capsule complex as being an end block, because had this implant been ruptured, it would leak out. But this is an example of a total capsulectomy that I performed. So that's the left implant. And if we move over, the right implant is a little unusual shape. I think she has a little bit of a capsular contracture, and likewise, I didn't call this side an end block because I think there was a little tear right there, and so for that reason I didn't call it an end block. But certainly everything came out, and based on how they look, I'm 100% certain that they're not ruptured. So I'll go ahead and open these and take a look. So I'm going to go ahead and open these implants, or capsules, to see what the implants look like. Utilizing one of these little tears that I have, I'm going to go ahead and open it. Like I said, I didn't see any silicone come out, so I'm not expecting these to be ruptured. And so what we have here is an intact silicone implant. Trying to see what brand this is. I think this is Mentor. It's a Mentor implant, and here's the capsule. There's a couple little tears, but essentially an unremarkable capsule. We'll go ahead and open this other one. So whenever you see on my Instagram or Facebook something being called total capsulectomy instead of an end block, it means, like, you know, there's a little tear there. But essentially this capsule is unremarkable as well. Again, an intact Mentor implant. They're in pretty good shape.
So every 12 hours I have to empty these drains just to keep track of how much I'm bleeding inside of my breast. It's completely normal. And the less I bleed, the more chances I have of getting my drains out soon enough.
That was the left.
Yeah.
I've already done the right.
My wonderful husband is helping me, so I have to change him every day. Hi guys, it is day number 2 after surgery. My surgery went very well, and it lasted for like an hour and a half. And Dr. Chen said that I had a slight contracture around one of my breasts, which really explains a lot because I noticed that one boob was always smaller than the other boob. And typically contractures have to be fixed right away. It causes pain, which I've always had, you know, a little bit of chest pain. But if I would have kept them in longer, it probably would have gotten worse. So I'm glad that they're out. Today is actually my post-op appointment where I'll hopefully get these bad boys out. They've been collecting the blood from inside my breast to prevent hematomas and seratomas, basically to prevent fluid buildup, which can inhibit getting better and healing. So, but yeah, today the drains will hopefully come out and I'll be unbandaged and I will see myself for the very first time. I'm feeling a little anxious about it. I haven't had smaller breasts since, you know, 7 years. So it's very weird not to feel like an upper pole, you know, like the upper filled out. Everything's just kind of soft and smooth. So I'll definitely update you after the post-op appointment and how that goes. But so far I've noticed I can breathe better. I can breathe deeper. My chest isn't hurting anymore. And I feel like basically there's not an elephant sitting on my chest anymore. And I feel pretty good. You know, I'm up, walking around. This is a lot easier than it was whenever I got the implants in. So today I'll also get my implants back in my hand so I can feel them and inspect them, and I guess to kind of psychologically process that they're not in my body anymore. So yeah, I will update you soon. Bye. So we just weighed the implants. These are 400cc silicone implants, and they weighed 1 pound each. So I had literally 2 pounds sitting on my chest, in front of my lungs, in front of my heart. No wonder why I could not breathe. This is insane. So I'm currently 10 days post-op. I can't believe it's been 10 days already. I've noticed a lot of improvements. The first 2 things I noticed after surgery was that I didn't feel like I had an elephant sitting on my chest anymore. I could breathe. I could actually take full breaths, which I forgot what a full breath felt like for the first time in years. And it made me feel so much better. As time went on, my acne cleared up. My face had color back in it. Inflammation, I've already lost almost 6 pounds of inflammation in 10 days, and I've literally not changed much at all. I've been sitting on the couch recovering, and I've already lost inflammation in my face. My abs are back. It's insane. So I feel better than I have in years. My husband told me that this is the most talkative I've been in years. I'm more productive. I feel like the fatigue is slowly starting to improve. That was a big one for me. And my breasts actually look pretty good. I'm 10 days post-op, but they're a little bit swollen. My incisions are actually in the crease. So I'm excited to, open up and share you guys soon and, show you guys the after effects, I guess. To me, it looks like I've never had implants before. So the doctor did a really good job. But I feel great, and most of all, I feel healthy. Do I miss the implants? No, not at all. I liked the way that they looked, but towards the end, I was getting tired of having big breasts. I missed wearing things that, smaller breasted women could wear, like cute little tops. I just, I feel so renewed, and it sounds crazy, but I love my new old self. So the decision turned out to be a good one, and over the next few weeks, I'll update you guys on how things are going on my blog with my 1-month post-op update. But yeah, thank you seriously, thank you guys for the support, the comments, everything on my Instagram page. I appreciate you guys so much, and I feel like Sia is back and back for good. So thank you for following along in my journey, and look forward to the next update. Thank you.